Okay, so we have the cost in dollars for this Boeing 747 to go across the Atlantic. And the first thing you're asked to do is graph the function, and they were nice enough to give you the domain and range that you should use. So this is your x-min, your x-max, your y-min, your y-max. So if you go to your calculator here, and you come in here to y equals, and then we'll clear this out. Let's see, we want to do 150 and then plus x divided by 8 plus 34,000 divided by x. And then we'll go to window, and then we'll use the scale that they have given us, which was kind of nice. So from 0 to 1,000, and so it makes sense to count by maybe hundreds on your x scale, and then from 0 to 1,000 on your y max as well, or your y min and max, and then let's count by 100. So our tick marks are 100. Okay, and then when we look at the graph, we can see this picture, and we just have to pick the one that looks right. And it is kind of tricky. If you click on this little zoom sign, it'll zoom it in, and so you can kind of have a better feel for what it looks like. But it does appear that B would be the correct choice. And now it says, to the nearest 50 miles per hour, what ground speed would minimizes the cost per passenger? So we need to find the minimum, which really looks like it's about right here. So I'm going to do second calc, and then I choose choice 3, which is minimum. So I can just hit the number 3. Now I need to move my cursor so that I'm to the left of the minimum. So about there looks good. So I move the left arrow, and then I hit enter. And now I'm going to move the right arrow so that I go all the way past the minimum. Kind of when it starts to go back up is when I can hit enter again. Now on the guess, I just want to move to about where it looks like the minimum is. So I just maybe about there. I hit enter. Okay. And so it's 521.5 and then 280. So 522 would be good. Miles per hour, it says. Okay, and so that may not be the right answer, because if I type that in, let's see, yeah, it actually wants me to do it with the table feature on my calculator, so I should have been more careful reading that one. Let me see, let me go back up on my calculator and follow the instructions. Okay, so it says create a table with the table start at 0 and the change in the table at 50. So what they want you to do is count by 50s in the X. So if you go to table setup, so second window, your start is going to be at 0, which is mine is, and then the table, the change in the table is going to be 50. And then I have to change this independent variable to auto, and then I can now go to the table. And so what that's going to do is going to start at 0, count by 50s. So I go second table. Now, and then I just have to look for the minimum. So I want to see which one is the lowest. You can see at 300, you're at 300.83, and at 350, you're at 290, and then 285, 281, 280 at 500. Okay, now notice from 500 to 550, the Y value goes up. So we could say that 500, based on our table, 500 would be the minimum cost per passenger. So 522 was the exact amount, but using the method that they wanted, 500 would be what we would use. So let's check that answer, and they like that. Okay.